coming today. Every parent wants the absolute best for their children, a brighter future, and that begins with a quality education. As a parent and as a legislator, nothing could be more important than ensuring our children have a strong foundation that they need to succeed in life. Council President Young and I care about education, and we're serious about ensuring that every child has a successful future. Today, we're making a commitment to be a part of improving our school system. While budget restraints and other challenges have faced our schools, the conversation shouldn't be solely about finances and money. For my first term in office, we authored legislation to try and help our schools, freeing up funds. We fought for categorical flexibility. We strove to protect education funding as much as possible in the budget, and recently worked with the district to help on other projects. I visited schools, talked to teachers, school board members, and others, but we believe it's time to do more. Today marks the first step in a 7-month journey to gain a better understanding of San Diego's education system. We're going to listen. We're going to listen to parents. We're going to listen to principals. We're going to listen to teachers, listen to community leaders, listen to business leaders, and listen to labor leaders to hear their thoughts and their ideas, but mainly to focus on what's working in our schools and how we can provide the best possible future for our children. Each month we'll have a public event focused on one particular area or topic. Along the way we'll ask some questions and hopefully find some successful models that can be replicated in other areas. At the end, we'll share what we've learned and figure out what action items or steps there are moving forward. There are a variety of issues we're going to explore, starting tonight at Crawford with a stakeholder meeting of leaders from the education community. In June, we're going to tackle the issue of innovation in our schools. How do we better utilize technology? July, we'll focus on the achievement gap. In August, we'll look at early education. September will be career technical education. October will be college readiness and preparing our students to be competitive in today's dynamic and innovative world. And then in November, we'll take a step back and figure out what we learned, what action items are there, and what are the things we can do moving forward. These are just a few of the areas we plan to explore, but it's just a start. We're open to adding some, to modifying, or moving in a different direction. But the goal is simple, to take a concerted effort, to take a serious and engaged conversation with parents, with educators, with leaders, to focus on how do we improve our education system. And at the end, Councilmember Young and I hope to recap our findings and lay out some steps on how we best move forward. Our hope is the listening tour will give us a better idea about the education community and what is needed to provide a good quality education for our children. As I mentioned before, this project really is about listening, learning what is working, and trying to replicate it in other areas. It's just a start. I know, speaking for myself, I don't have all the answers. I don't know what all the solutions are to our schools face, but I do know that I care a great deal about our children's future and our education system, and I'm willing to dedicate some time to see if there's ways we can help our education system be better in the future. With that, I'd like to turn over to Council President Young.
Thank you, Assemblymember, and I appreciate your leadership on this. We're here today because we share a common goal. That goal is to elevate and expand the education reform conversation. This listening tour is designed to get everyone involved in that dialogue, from academia and government to business and military. City government has long been involved in supporting our local education system, from preschool to higher ed. The City of San Diego has provided hundreds of thousands of dollars in community block grants for programs such as San Diego Unified School District 6-to-6 Extended Day Program, the San Diego County Office of Education's Youth Leadership and Work Experience Academy, and many, many others. We've also brokered many successful joint use facility agreements, including use of city-owned playing fields by students at Valencia Park Elementary School, Bay Terrace, Choice, Meade, and Porter schools in my 4th district, as well as the new library school being built in downtown San Diego. Now more than ever, the city needs to have an even stronger partnership with education to make sure all students from every neighborhood throughout our city are being prepared to succeed in the next century. Last year, I founded the Citizens Revenue Review and Economic Competitiveness Commission. The commission was tasked with recommending strategies on how to improve our city's economic competitiveness. The findings were that workforce development was the key recommendation, as a skilled workforce is the single most important factor to attract, retain, and grow businesses. If the city wants to promote competitiveness, then we need to seek ways to help schools develop a qualified workforce. To be sure, San Diego holds a strong position nationally in residents with advanced education. At the same time, our city faces significant challenges in making sure that elementary and secondary students receive the skills and knowledge base they need for good jobs or admission to a college or university. The city can help support workforce development in many ways by ensuring affordable broadband internet access for an estimated 42% of San Diego students who now do not have that, by helping to make unpaid internships part of the regular high school curriculum, by funding teachers' externships so that they can learn how to incorporate science into all aspects of learning so students can be prepared to meet the needs of San Diego's research and technology and defense clusters. If San Diego wants a pipeline of skilled workers for blue collar, white collar, clean tech, high tech, and green jobs, then everyone, and I say everyone, government and business included, must be engaged in the education reform dialogue. And I look forward to this discussion in the coming months. I encourage all city leaders to be a part of this discussion, and I believe that Assemblymember Fletcher and I are getting that conversation started. So with that, we're willing to take any questions or any issues that you would like to bring up.
Tony, the school district this morning began the process of developing its 5-year plan. It's a heavy emphasis on student achievement. Are you people coordinating what you're doing with it?
We're not specifically coordinating with them, but those are the types of issues that would be important to us. And we've already started some of the conversations. Recently I've met with 3 school board members on issues that are important to them. And I've met with the labor union leader. And so we're hearing these types of issues, but really these are broad issues that we're really to talk about. More so what we're going to do in the future. How do we make San Diego more competitive by preparing our students? Any other questions at all? All right, well, thank you all for joining us.